Millions of more people who never would have even watched the Oscars watched this moment. Two black men in a position like that. These are two of the most prominent, influential, powerful black men. It's your boy Mike and Mike's Lifestyle Tips and Reactions, and today I'll be sharing my thoughts on the events that transpired last night at the Oscars between Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith, and Chris Rock. I've been debating whether or not to even show it, honestly, because I don't like what happened. So if you have not seen it, check it out.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? that was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Wow, dude.
Yeah.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay. So we are here to give a documentary out, to give an Oscar out for Best Documentary. Now, the beauty of documentaries, because they make you, when you watch one, you feel smart. Like you watched them, like you read a book or something. But all you really did was get high and watch Netflix. So here we go.
Now, as you can clearly see what all happened there, Chris Rock made a joke, and a lot of people were like, hey, it was a joke. Why did Will Smith get so upset? I don't know if Chris Rock knows that Jada Pinkett Smith has an uncurable condition known as alopecia. It is an uncurable condition that causes your hair to fall out. And so a lot of people are saying that the joke was bad taste. He shouldn't have made that joke. You know how it is in the black community. You don't talk about nobody's wife. Well, let's start there. That is a common thing. It don't matter what. I don't know one community that in general talking about somebody's wife or making a joke is okay. However, let's look at the broader context. We're talking about a comedian who does roasts and jokes for a living. This is what he does. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying look at the broader context. We're not talking about you being out at a family barbecue and Uncle Ray says something about your wife. What we're talking about, international icon Chris Rock, who apparently had a relationship with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. From what I can tell, he has a relationship with them. How deep the relationship is, I don't know. But it seems as though they have some type of relationship there. So, dealing with the joke, do I think Chris Rock meant to come at her like that? No. I don't think he meant to come at her like that. And Will responded in a way that, Will laughs at first. And I think what happens is either one of two things happen. Either it dawned on Will, because Chris was doing a lot of jokes. And I think it dawned on Will, after he's laughing, I think it dawned on him, hold on, I'd take that seriously. Or he looked at his wife and saw she wasn't feeling it and felt that he had to respond. Now, the thing is that may be a very touchy or sensitive subject with them. You don't know how they deal with that or whatever have you. Would I have done what Will Smith did? I don't know. I would hope not. Knowing my personality, I can say with confidence, I don't think I would have acted that way. But I'm not Will Smith. I'm not under the mental duress and pressure that he's under. I'm not him. God forbid I'm ever in a circumstance like that. But I'm not Will Smith, right? Will Smith is not me. So So I can, anyone can say, oh, Will Smith shouldn't have done that and he should have walked off. It's a lot easier said than done. You're not in front of millions and millions of people. And you got to consider this. I was talking to a guy at work about it. Because of what happened, Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, people that never would have even watched the Oscars now know about this. I didn't watch the Oscars, but I know about this. You see what I'm saying? Millions of more people who never would have even watched the Oscars watched this moment. Two black men in a position like that. These are two of the most prominent, influential, powerful black men in Hollywood. Say what you want. These guys are very prominent. These guys are icons in their own field. Chris Rock, everybody knows Chris Rock. Everybody knows Will Smith. Will Smith is an action icon. Chris Rock is a comedic icon. They're both icons, influential, powerful black men in their own field, in their own right. So it saddens my heart to see this. Just being honest with you. And what ultimately bothers me is that after all the stuff that Jada has publicly put Will through, I ain't saying Will innocent, but after all the stuff she's publicly put Will through, it saddens my heart that he has to defend her honor. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're talking about a woman who waited 4 years to tell her husband about an affair. But not only waited 4 years, told him on national TV in front of millions of people. And memes were going around, the crying face Will, that was going around. And, nobody cared and stuff like that. People got on Jada, but people were laughing at Will. You made your husband look stupid on public TV. Who does that? Who does that? And she had no remorse about it. None. And then, again, you're on TV talking about how your husband doesn't satisfy you in the bedroom.
Expect your partner to know, especially when it comes to sex.
Right.
It's like, well, if you love me, you should know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you love me,
You should be able to read
you
my
should
mind.
read my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I
that's
mean?
a huge pitfall.
That's a huge pitfall.
Yeah, it is. I hate that.
You know,
I hate Isn't it weird though? It's like someone doesn't read your mind and we feel crushed.
Gosh.
Who does that? Now, here's the thing. There's been a lot of talks and rumors for years about them possibly having an open relationship and all this stuff. And people were saying, oh, well, Will's got stuff in his closet too, right? And Will's confessed to, yes, I grant you that. But check this out. Will's not innocent. They both got some stuff going on. But would we even know about it if she had not initiated this? What do I mean by that? Whenever Will is confessing, yeah, well, I messed up, it was always in the context of answering the question surrounding what she has been saying about their marriage. And so it's always like, well, she's done this and she's done that, and how are you dealing with it? And he's like, well, he apparently loves the girl. He's like, well, we've both done some stuff, and I got my stuff too. I've done this, that, and the third, or whatever. It's always in response. The context is always in response to having to answer for what she's publicly said. It's emasculating, it's embarrassing, and it's shameful. The image of black men should be protected, even if your own wife is seeking to destroy it. And that's what bothers me about this whole thing. So, I wish Will wouldn't have done that. I'm not in Will's shoes. Will, pray for you, man. I'm going to pray for you, Doc, because you're going through a lot. And you can see in his speech, he was real shooken up. And, I appreciate Tyler and Denzel, two excellent black men. I guess during the commercial break, they came up to Will and they had a word with him. And I think they shared some wisdom with him, checked on him, make sure he was good.
Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you.
That's what we need. We need more of that in our community. Clearly, people were hurt. I felt horrible for Chris Rock. You can see after that encounter, at first, many people thought it was a joke until you play that clip on like another 20 seconds and you see, no, Chris was trying to regather his thoughts after that. He's like, dude, it was a joke. I didn't mean it like that. Hit me up in the comments down below and let me know what you think. You know, do you think Will should have defended Jada Pinkett Smith's honor? Do you think she has any honor to be defended? That one is a rough one for me. I'm just being frank. It is difficult for me to see such a successful, prominent black man who is extremely powerful. He's a darn producer. He's a music maker. You know, he's a music maker. I mean, look, for like 10, 12 summers in a row, you knew Will Smith was going to be in some type of blockbuster, right? Until The Rock came along, you know. Will Smith still doing his thing, making what, $20 million a movie. But, I mean, Will Smith is that guy. He came from nothing, fam. Nothing. You know? And to see you just consistently tear this man down in public, in front of millions and millions of people, that to me just makes me be like, I don't understand why he has not left yet, because that in and of itself hurts the image of black men. It hurts us on a lower level because to see black men consistently denigrated and powerful black men, powerful, influential black men that can't even get respect in their own marriage on a public basis, that even hurts us. That has a trickle-down effect. If men like Will can't get respect in public, we ain't talking about at the house. You know, your marriage is your marriage. Y'all gonna deal with whatever y'all got going on behind closed doors. Y'all are adults. You guys are adults. But in public, we can't get no respect in public? I ain't saying all of us. My point is, prominent black men like that, we can't have that. There has to be a certain level of capital invested into our men. And that, my friend, is just unacceptable. So, and you know what? One last thing. Some people try to turn this into a racial thing and say, oh, if the comedian had been white, Will Smith would have went up there. There would have been security. The security would have stopped them. And need I remind you when Kanye West ran on the stage unopposed and snatched the mic from Taylor Swift and did what he did? Ain't nobody stopped Kanye. That's number one. Number two, let's not stop forcing race into everything.
Stop it. Get some help.
You got these race hustlers out here that it's like they look for the next opportunity to insert racism into the next situation. We ain't gonna never get nowhere if we doing that. If we keep calling racism where it is not, rather than focusing on where it is and stopping it there, we're never gonna get anywhere. We're never gonna get anywhere. In the words of Thomas Sowell, racism is not dead, but it is on life support, kept alive by politicians, race hustlers, and those who are looking to have a superiority by calling others racist. You have those who want racial reconciliation, and we want it to end, and we want to just move on. And then you have those who thrive off of it, and they get paid for this. So those are my thoughts. That's my rant. If you like this video, share this video. Get this content out there. Let's support the image of black men. Pray for Will. Pray for Jada. Pray for Chris Rock. All parties involved. This ain't a good look for us, man. This ain't a good look for us. Some people were saying that, you know, Jada Pinkett Smith needed to be protected. And I agree that in general, women need to be protected. It hurts my heart that Will Smith has to protect her. You understand what I'm saying? He has to protect her. Because she can give a rat's. If I saw this public stuff, if that's all I knew about their marriage, I'd be like, she don't care about him. She don't care about him. He's one of the most prominent black figures in America, in Hollywood. You gonna do that to him? Nah, you don't care about that, brother. You couldn't convince me that she cared about him. Now, if you want to say all that behind closed doors, that's one thing. But you don't do that to your spouse, man or woman. Flip the role. Imagine you had a female comedian up there, right? And it was Will doing all this cheating, and he had came out and did all the stuff that she had did publicly and shaming her and blah, 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 so on and so forth, okay? And the female comedian made that same joke. And Jada went up there and slapped the female comedian. Would you be hearing, oh, women need to be protected and so on and so forth, or men need to be protected, and she, oh, girl, yeah, girl, stand up for your man? Or would you be hearing, girl, you a fool? Girl, you a fool. What in the world is you doing? What in the world is you doing? Standing up for this fool. He done cheated. Why haven't you left yet? That's what everybody be wondering, like, what? No. Why haven't you left? This don't look good. Come on now. Tell me you wouldn't be thinking that. Tell me. Don't lie. Don't play with it. Tell me you wouldn't be thinking that. I'm just saying. All right, this is my fifth closing. So tell me what you think down below in the comments. If you like this video, share this video, okay? Hey man, let's uphold the image of black men. I mean that. So, you guys already know what it is. Until next time.